Alright, now we're gonna make cinnamon rolls. Put your yeast in there. This one I'm using fast rising instant yeast. So, and just gonna make that. Alright, and then you gotta feed your yeast with your sugar. That should be enough sugar. Maybe a little bit more. We are making cinnamon rolls after all. I like my cinnamon rolls to be sweet. Alright. Alright, now we're going to add some hot water. Not too hot. You really just kind of want it warm. Warmer than room temperature, but warm to say the least. Very warm. Enough to melt the sugar. And then you're just going to whisk. Be careful. Do not kill your yeast. Okay? Kind of just gently go back and forth. Enough that you want to make sure all the clumps dissolve and that all of your sugar dissolves, okay? And then you're going to put your stir fork away. You're going to let that sit. Okay, a little hack that I do, I go and I watch like a YouTube video that is like 35 to 45 minutes long, and I let this come to a head. So, we'll be back. Alright, this has come to a head. We're gonna hit on that. I freaking love messing with yeast. Alright, now we're adding all-purpose sugar. Flour. Not sugar. Okay, now you're going to take baking soda. We're going to add probably about that much. Alright, half a pinch more. Some imitation vanilla flavor. Probably about that much. It just depends on how much of a vanilla flavor you want it to come through. Okay? And then just slowly combine. Please make sure you don't kill your yeast. Just keep lightly stirring until all is combined. We haven't been kicked out yet, so therefore it's safe to play. I made a good team. It's time to face my biggest fear. The bull. I figured if I was bigger than the bull, then I will be able to defeat the bull. Hey! Oh. That's a big boy. Oh, man. And then it starts. Alright, I need some more flour. If you run out of all-purpose flour, sometimes using self-rising will work. This is about 2 cups, maybe 2 cups and a half. Really doesn't matter. Now just combine that in. as you've probably already figured out, I don't measure anything, okay? And then my dough was too wet, so I ended up adding a handful more. Okay, I am not a baker. And then just knead until it becomes like a sticky dough. Gonna just say our teeth again. Oh, shoot. Alright, this is my dough. I don't want it too thick. I do want it to be a little bit wet. So, I'm going to let this rise. I'm going to go watch another episode of a show or a YouTube video. Sorry about the cleavage pick. I was trying to hold the phone in my teeth to hold the bowl still with my other hands. But anyways, as I said, this is about the consistency that you want your dough. Now, you're going to let that rise. And like I said, you don't want to kill your yeast, okay? Your yeast is very important. It's where the magic happens. Alright, see you in a bit. Alright, flour your workstation and put your dough on. Draven, can you please? Draven, Alright, I'm making the filling now, so you're going to do 2 scoops of butter, tablespoons, about some dashes of, 2 dashes of vanilla extract. You're going to do some sugar. Okay, and you're going to do some ground cinnamon. A lot. Now what you're going to take, you're going to mix it together. I'm going to have to do this off camera. Okay, whip your butter, cinnamon, and sugar until it reaches, basically looks like that. You know, this would actually be a good dip, too. But we're going to put it in our cinnamon rolls. No cars in the stuff. All right, I'm going to have to do this off camera. Okay, you're going to take that mixture and you're going to put it all over your dough. Just all over. Get it everywhere. Okay. Hey, nope. Any trucks and cars that show up in this video is completely optional. Okay, they are usually not in my recipes, but my son seems to think this is a racetrack. And he loves his cars. Alright, I'm going to roll this up and cut it. Alright, grab your pizza cutter. And you're going to cut about 2 inches. I'm going to end up with something like that. Another 2 inches. Set it up. Put it in. Hey, no! Another 2 inches, cut it and put it in the thing. Ready, Ben? No. Okay, it's fine. It doesn't have to be perfect to be tasty. Also, side note, if y'all do this, make sure you use real butter and not margarine like I am. It kind of turns into water after a while. Okay, I'm gonna separate these a little bit because they're gonna end up rising in the oven, and you kind of want a lot of room for that. Nope. Alright. I'm gonna preheat the oven on 375 and let that come up and preheat. So I'll be back after that preheats to put the cinnamon rolls into the oven.